Oi, oi, everyone! Let me just a second. Sorry for the slight delay launching the stream. I mean, slight delay to the countdown, shall we say. I was finishing off a boss. I was literally like, I'll probably have to do this one during the stream. And then I was like, oh, actually, shit, I've gotten down to half health, and his health's burning down. So I was like, right, fuck it, we'll quickly finish this boss. Because I was like, oh. Anyway, hey, everyone. Hey, Stella. Hey, Fatima. Hey, reaction all round. Sorry, my eyes are a bit blurry today. Also, one of my lights, I don't think has actually broken, but is acting up, so the lighting's going to be a little bit different today. I'll just quickly... Yeah, okay, cool. Anywho, how is everyone? Hey, Devil Hunter. I'm good. Yeah, and it's good to be streaming. I decided I'd do a stream first, just because obviously I took my, 2 weeks off, flat hunting and all that jazz. Hey, Courtney. And I was like, right, okay, I'll do something easy, so we'll do a stream. It should be pretty good. So yeah, I literally just got a boss here. So I'm in the, I'll play this area a bit, but I'm in the third map, which is basically, I mean, it's the third one I've done. You guys are being really loud. Those guys are being loud. But basically, I'm in the third map, and for me, I've done this fantasy one last. Hey, Cybernetica. And I've done this fantasy one last. And to be honest, it's so far the worst of the three. So I might do a different one. Like, you can re-roll the adventures, just so you guys can see, different areas of the game. Let's do this one. So what went wrong? So randomly, I think the game's updated. So just on a little bit of a ramble, everyone. So normally, I was having this ring. That has gone up. So basically that ring, I'm going to turn my headphones down a little bit. Actually, I might turn the game music down a bit generally. So that ring must have been updated, since the boss before I fought this one, and then since I started that boss yesterday. Because basically, it's way. Don't like 40%, there we go. Cool. Because basically that used to... I had that ring as my little sneaky thing I had. And this is why I was finding this boss originally really tough. Because basically... So when I roll like that, yeah... what was happening is I was losing about 1% of my health. But I was a summoner. So I was getting health recovery to counter it, so it didn't really matter. And they must have updated it without telling me. Because I went to do this boss, and every time I rolled, I lost nearly 20% of my health. And I was really, really confused. So yeah, that was why I thought this boss was going to be really hard. In actual fact, he was a piece of piss. So this is Remnant 2. If you've never played, it is basically Dark Souls with guns. I finished the first one. I did some of you remember I did a Let's Play series of it, back in 2019. And I stopped right at the end of the boss because I couldn't figure him out. I didn't want to Google it or figure out the technique. And then I finished it last week and it turned out to be really easy. Where are the zombies? Oh, you didn't realise you were the mountains. There actually are zombies on one of the maps. So my guy looks cool as shit. All right, okay. Oh, I've got trait point. Did I not spend my trait point? I thought I did. Footwork. Thank you. Mercy. Let's see what we can make with this one. Should be an elevator this way. This is indeed Leon. Hey, Quantum. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, guys, let me give you an update. So, it actually worked out really, really well. We basically, I took off the whole of last week. I took off the week before to sort of look, and then the whole of last week to actually sort of visit, because I had to wait till I get paid, basically. So me and my friend moved in, we viewed a flat in East London, much further out where I am now. So basically, I was going to move in my own, and I was going to move to Nottingham. This is why I kind of update you guys. So I was going to move to Nottingham, but then my friend needed a place to live as well. And I was like, oh, this might work out really well for both of us. So I ended up saying, okay, how about we get a place together, tentatively, see if it works. And yeah, then we ended up kind of committed to the idea, viewed a flat. I got confirmation yesterday that we've got it, because I was a bit worried about the references, because we're actually going through an agency, which I don't normally do. I'll say I'm half to see you back. Half? I thought you were being just maybe like, oh, I'm half to see you back. Yes, we got the flat. It's really, really nice. I'm living with a friend. If you've watched my friend JB, Big Penguin, If you've watched my Phasmophobia stream, they've joined me. So I'm actually living with someone I'm quite close to, which is quite nice. And we haven't actually signed the contract, but I will be. And yeah, it's really cool. We've got like a really big living room kitchen area. I haven't got any pictures. I will get some. So yeah, no, things are good. Crotan, things are good. I am significantly less stressed than I was a week or two ago. The only problem is I've got to spend a lot of money this month. Like, I've got quite a bit of money in my account right now. I can't spend any of it, and I'm really sad. Because I've planned my tattoo sleeve finally, and I'm like, aw. What's her president's daughter got herself into now? Actually, saying that, there is a young lady called Clementine. Not Clementine from The Walking Dead. And she's apparently... God, was this just a dungeon? I think this one was just literally a dungeon. It was, yeah. Well, to be honest, it's one of those things. I should have, hopefully, a comfortable amount that I can, still... I get paid in 3 weeks again, so it doesn't really matter. So I should be okay. I may be exaggerating a little bit. It's more because, like, I had a decent amount of money. Like, I got my bonus in, basically, and I can't fucking spend any of it. So I've got my tattoo planned, everyone. I'm very excited about this. Because I want to get, like, cool stuff. But I also want to, like, stuff from nerdy shit and all that jazz. Indeed, permanently covered wrist. Or at least on this side. So basically, we'll get to the game in a sec. This is way more important. So I was like, I've got my Fallout tattoo. I've got my Half-Life one. This is my club logo from my tabletop club. But I've wanted to get like a sleeve and art. But the problem is, you really need to let the tattooists do their work because you can't basically design everything yourself unless you're a decent artist, which I'm mediocre. Good painter, terrible artist, mediocre artist. So what I'm going to do is I've got a couple of bits that I want in it, but then I've picked a tattooist I want tentatively, and I want this kind of like floral patterned filler, and I'm going to have basically Sting, not the singer, the sword from Lord of the Rings, so Frodo Bilbo's sword, so because I'm a short person, and I'm, hobbits are my vibe, and swords are cool, so I'm going to have Sting there. I'm thinking of maybe getting some kind of little moth there. Basically, this tattooist I saw, he did this, like, flash. A flash is when you have, like, you do a load of art, and everyone's like, do you want this tattooed on you? And he did this cool one of a moth, and I'm like, I wanted that, but someone got it first. And I'm going to have something there, and it's going to be all floral. I'm starting that bit, wait for that to settle, finish. Then I'm going to do that bit, and then if I really like it, I'll do my hands as well. Very exciting. Right, okay. So we just unlocked an item. I want to see it crafted. Because I want to see what kind of shit I've got. Alright. So, what did I get? Is it that? It is Tainted Ichor. Ooh! So this is like... Oh, that's really good. That's really, 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 really good, actually. Make that.
We're finished here.
So I've basically got the fire version of that on my... So I'll show my weapon set properly, but I've got the fire version on that, and I can then add it to... That's quite good. Yeah, Crotan, yeah. I was tempted by some Elvish. I'm going to have this Hobbit sword, because, Hobbit is my vibe, but I also want a sword. I'm actually going to get hand tattoos, because in my job, I work in the tech industry, so it's fine. Absolutely fine. My manager, he was like, yeah, fuck it, get tattoos. And now I'm kind of further along. It doesn't really matter as long as I don't go stupid. So I am going to get tattoos there. But I was tempted to actually get the One Ring tattooed as well. But I don't want to be one of those guys who gets hand tattoos before they finish their sleeve. So it's sleeve first, then hand tattoos. Only on that side. I might. So I'll show you, actually, do you want to show you my guns? If you're not familiar with this game, then you just pretend. So basically, I'm wearing the knotted cage armor. So my character's class is I've got an engineer, which I unlocked, and I also have got a summoner. So I basically summon a turret and currently two little fly guys, but in about 5 minutes I can probably get the bigger toughy ones. I will get the guns out. So I'm basically a kind of like quite heavy summoner class, because it's cool. That's why I built my guy. I want him to look like he was techie, but also wizardy, which is the vibe we've got going on. I think I've nailed it. Then we've got this one, which is my pulse rifle. Very, very cool. It changes depending on the buff, so we'll pop the acid rounds. Yeah, it looks a little bit different with the acid rounds. Or corrosive round. Looking very, very cool. That's quite cool. I do like the mod it had before, because it was a status beam, but I might try this one. Then I've got a hammer, which I never physically use, but it just goes on the back. It's actually got quite a good little Quite a good little mutator on it as well. Thank God I pretended, lol. And then I've got the always reliable submachine gun. I used this in the first game, and it's grand, and this one has hot shot. So, all cool. Very cool. We're actually probably... I think my total playtime... Let me show you my total playtime. It should say over here. My total playtime... That's the wrong button. Is... Should say on the world. I think I'm like 30 hours in or something. So I'm playing on veteran, obviously. That's not right. Oh wait, that's not 1 day in 24. That's not right. Okay, I've actually played... It's got my playtime wrong. Because that's the adventure, and it says I'm 1 hour and 27... Unless it's 27 hours and 1 day. Yeah, I might be 1 day and 27 hours. But that makes no sense, because that one was only 5 hours. Whatever, anyway, I've been playing quite a lot. Croton, so it's basically... It's post-apocalyptic game... I'll show you the 1 second. So post-apocalyptic... This is the follow-up to the first one, and in the first one there's this kind of infestation of trees and plants, but like toxic evil ones called the Root. It's very, very cool. And basically the last game you defeat the Root. So we've defeated the Root, and this is afterwards, and there's like a whole new story. To be honest, probably not as strong, because all you're really doing is helping people in other worlds. And you like... It's kind of quite magic-y, so it's like tech versus magic. It's very cool. I'll show you guys one of the worlds. Let me show you the worlds. They're very cool. I'll show you the coolest world that is also happens to be the hardest one. So this is Nerude. I think I've done all of these. Have I done everything here? I'll quickly shoot things in the Abyssal Rift, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's very cool. But it's also the gimmick of this is it's like Dark Souls. So it's very, very hard. You die all the time. The bosses are, quite tricky. The last one I did was actually a piece of piss, but you will absolutely see me get stuck on a boss during this playthrough. See, this is Nerude. So this one's my favourite because it's kind of more of a creepy alien planet. And what I like about this one is it's kind of got that whole kind of massive, esoterically disturbing, like kind of Cthulhu-esque quality to it, which I really, really like. And there's robots. I can summon these little dudes. I am all about the creepy. This is my favourite one. But let me show you. So that's one. Then you can actually be on Earth, which I think after I finish the 3 worlds, I get to explore Earth a bit more. Because in the first one, you got loads of time on Earth. This one, you don't really get much time on Earth at all. Then you've got Yeisha, which was the one I did first. It also, the way this game works is it randomizes what your first world is. So I actually reset my world because the first world I got was that sci-fi one, and it was just too hard. Nothing pink. Well, actually, the one I'm on now, so this one's actually very pink and fluffy. See, look, see? Well, it's not pink and fluffy, it's red and fluffy. It's still really hard, but... See, this is Yeisha. It's all very pretty. I'll show you, there's a nice little area for you here, it's very blue. You'll like that, actually, Stella. It's actually your colour. Oops, that's the wrong button. It's very cool, likes it. I love this game. This was the perfect game for me for all of last week, because my brain was just so, like... frazzled. I couldn't focus on anything like narrative or fun. I mean, this is fun. That's the worst terrible way of wording it. There's a blue bit. The blue bit's through here. But it's like, it was very... it's a good game if you don't really want to think too much, but you also want to be engaged, is the best way of wording it. See, look how pretty... Oh, okay, it's not really... It's bluish. It's blue and pink. So that's all pretty. Very pretty. And you've got this lady here. Do you see this lady? Oh, she's so pretty. I've already done all this, so we can't really talk to her. We can, but she doesn't say anything new. Yeah, basically, because like last week when we viewed the flat, I paid them like a 400 because I've paid so much fucking money, but I paid them like a £400 holding fee. And I was like, and they're like, okay. Technically, I learned later that they can't actually keep your holding fee, so it's fine. Holding deposit rather. But at the time I was a bit worried they were going to keep it. But also like, okay, we're going to go to Losum, which is the one I'm on now. Yeah. But what I was worried about was if we didn't get the flat, I would have to probably now wait until the end of this month to move, which meant it's fine. My flat's fine here. We're really safe. But I'm just like, I can't really focus because it's like, yeah. So I was a bit anxious. But I should move into it potentially next week or like the very start of the following week. Do some settlement building. So this is the one we're on now, which is kind of... This one's... So the concept of this one's really cool. Which is basically, this is where the Fae live, as in the actual Fae. And I guess that's how they've kind of said, you know, that's how we know what the Fae are. The problem is that the levels are a bit kind of tunnel-y. I'm actually quite excited to live with JB, just because it'd be nice living with a friend, being able to play board games and stuff all the time. But also, JB's much more proactive than me when it comes to painting Warhammer stuff and just general hobby stuff. So they will rub off on me, hopefully. So do I have this one? I have one. That's the top one. So we're gonna go through these guys. Right, these guys are quite noisy. I might can I turn them off? Yeah, exactly. Well, I've been pretty bad with my that's fine. If that gets too annoying, let me know. I've been pretty bad recently because when I'm one of those people, I can't paint unless I'm in a good mood. JB's the opposite. They paint to distract themselves. I don't. I have to be in a really chipper mood to paint. Yeah, they're really, especially like the modelling side. I'm fairly good as well, but I'm very whimsical. So like at the start of the year, I was in an amazing mood, so I painted shit tons of models. Yeah, Croton, it's quite. The only thing I don't like about it is I can't like cursor over stuff. So I can't like, for example, if I wanted to know what the name of that dungeon was, I'd have to like actually go into it. I think on PC you probably can, but I don't have a mouse cursor on Xbox. There's a bit of lag there. Nice little shits. Hey, Teta. I can't say Teta? Yeah, Teta. My eyes are a little bit... Because I've only got one of my lights on, so... I can't see very well. Right, okay, so... We've got one more... Oh, I've got two more dungeons to go in. So let's go to that one. I want to do the main one last. Okay, cool. How rude, Fatima. How wouldn't they? You were giving your own... I might actually turn the game volume down. Is that game volume too loud? Let me turn it down for me. Ah! Guys, you might even try. Yeah, I'm going to turn it down for me. I'm also going to turn the... Actually, I'm going to turn it down because I actually have been having this on headphones while I'm in my flat because it is just lots of shooting. So I'm going to turn the game volume down to about 50. Maybe a bit higher than that. 60. Because it's very, very noisy. Yeah, it is a little bit. Let's actually turn it down to like 50. Because it's one of those games that because it is just mostly Pew Pew, it can get very, very noisy. There we go, that's better. It's not really a story game, to be honest. There is a story, but let's be frank, it's not really the focus. And those little fuckers moping away. Yeah, so I've actually really excited to start some hobby stuff. That's another annoying thing. Because I'm waiting to move, I don't want to start doing any painting or building of anything, which is very frustrating. So I've got like... So I've got the rest of my Age of Sigmar fantasy stuff to paint, which is Slaves to Darkness. I've got two more sets to buy, and then I've basically finished them for a while. And I've got to finish painting what I have, so I've got to go through this one. And I've just decided what 40k army I'm going to play, at least while I'm learning. Oh, hello! Oh, hello, hello, hello. Which is I'm going to play Necrons. Because I've actually got a load of Necrons in my, Hey, Guff. Moving hasn't started yet, but flat hunting went good. So secured the flat, but won't be moving for probably a week or so. But the stressful part of actually finding the flat was the worst bit. Most of my stuff is already mostly packed, so it's all grand there. But yes, I'm very good. I'm very good, thank you. Yeah, Stella, well, so basically, the reason why I chose... I was actually on the fence. I was like, I was getting really FOMO, because for those who don't know, they recently released the latest edition of Warhammer 40,000. So the 10th edition. And everyone's obviously getting into it. And I've never actually played Warhammer 40k before. I've played the skirmish games for years, but I never actually played the army one. I'm sure JB's fine. Fingers crossed. So I've never played the army one, and I was like, oh, I'm getting really like a lot of FOMO, and I was like, okay, I've got some Imperial Guard, but I've only got like a third of an army, and I could buy some orcs, I guess. And then I remembered 3 years ago I bought what was called the Indomitus box, which came with a load of Space Marines and a load of Necrons. Now, Space Marines I got really bored of; they're just so dull. But the Necrons, there were loads of them, and I was like, oh. And I checked, and the points value of the Necrons is just under. So I needed to buy 2 things. I bought one of them. I'm going to buy the other one next week. Just under a 1,000 point army. And I was like, oh, Necrons, that'd be perfect. Because I can just buy 2 things, like spend 50 quid, buy 2 things, and then just not have to worry and like have an army to practice with. But I've been like researching them, and they seem really fun. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it, Necrons. Yeah, Guff, it was a nightmare. Basically, like my flatmates are quite cool, which is quite nice. But like, our landlord's just quite shifty, and obviously there was a whole situation where drugs were found in the flat, so no one really felt safe here, and the whole thing is just really, really weird. So I am. Oh, I've done this one as well. It said I hadn't done this one yet. You little shit. I've done this one. Puta. I guess I've only got one left. Yeah. So it is gonna be cool, and like. I'm going to be paying a bit more for rent, probably like £200 roughly overall, including bills. But I'm getting a lot more. The room I've got right now is technically smaller than the one I'm getting, but we've got this massive, massive living room and like a really nice kitchen as well. So it's going to be quite cool. So I've done that one. I think it must just be that one up there. Yeah, okay, it's that one up there. Yeah, I can't decide what to think about the guy, to be honest. Because basically, so for context, so my current landlord has been my landlord for like 5-6 years. He was my landlord in my last place, and to be fair, prior to this, he has been very, very good. Like really, really good. We don't know if he was in on it, but like, yeah, the Davy Lawrence team. But basically, he's been really good. Like, to be honest, he was fixing things fairly fast. If you couldn't pay rent, he was really good. It was just. Yeah, okay, the bar is pretty low with landlords, but he was been quite fine. But he's handled this situation so poorly. And the thing that got me most mad about it is how, like, he never really admitted fault about it. It was always everyone else's. I was like, oh, it wasn't my fault, it wasn't my fault. He's just been quite whiny and pathetic. I technically owe him a month's worth of rent. Because when this all happened, I got really mad and just spent loads of money and sort of did a lot of stress spending, as I am wont to do. I think I carry it around. And I'm debating whether I'm going to pay him back for it or not. But yeah, no, the whole thing was just really, really weird. But I kind of like, if I can, I'm going to try and, yeah. If I can, I'm going to try and pay him back the money I owe. But I probably wouldn't have to worry if I didn't. But I guess a point of pride, I think I will. It's like an entire month's worth of rent, but I can afford that, so it's fine. Whoa, fuck! Do you mind? We're talking about dodgy landlords. This gun I'm firing right now took me so bloody long to unlock. Hey, Mark. Yeah, exactly. Well, see, with this guy, he's not technically a landlord. He's the built... Okay, so let's explain the Davy law. So he's not actually the landlord. He's kind of the building manager. So he manages properties for a load of landlords. The thing where this is where it gets quite interesting. So basically, for those who don't know, when I went to Portugal, our flat got broken into on the day I was leaving. This is for a holiday. And it turns out... Oh, god damn it, guys, you mind? I'm trying to talk about interesting drama. One second. These guys are distracting me from... What is this? Some kind of, like, Souls-like video game where I have to play and... Right. Die. Die. Anyway, right, okay. Yeah, so basically, I'll get to that bit in a second. So basically, the flat got broken into at like 5 a.m. and then the police came. I was in the flat, but the guys just broke into the room next to mine there. And they really left before the police got here. It was like 5 a.m. And I told the police, I was like, we think there might be drugs in the other room. So they broke into the wrong room. Those guys are just shooting stuff in there, having a great time. Turns out, when I got to where I then went on my holiday. When my plane landed, it was discovered the police actually went into the room and they found $500,000 worth of drugs. So like loads of like cocaine, heroin, everything. It was very intense. This prompted everyone to feel really unsafe because we're like, shit, this is a full drug dealer house. And it turns out this guy had been living for years. Landlord didn't know about it. It was all very shifty. But then we found out, like for example, the landlord's like his arrangement with the guy was a bit weird. And one of my flatmates was on a bit of a warpath, the guy whose room was broken into, the incorrect room. So he started trying to find anything he could to get back at our landlord. And it turns out, and this is where the drama gets a bit more, is our landlord doesn't have what's called a HMO license. So it's House of Multiple Occupancy, which you need if you're renting it, because this is quite a big flat, and he's renting every single room. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms. So at max, that means he has 5 people in the flat. And he was renting for 5 people, which means he needed a license. He didn't have that, and that he's been reported to the council. I eventually told him, by the way, you've been reported, because he was just chasing me and stuff, and I was like, just as a courtesy, we're in discussion with the council, and he's just been massively panicking, because basically, for those who don't know, if you don't have a HMO license, you can be fined up to 30k, and also we have to pay us back pay like of 6 months worth of rent. It's a whole thing. And now currently he's lying about what the room, so he was renting that room out to the drug dealer who was never there, and now he's trying to pass it off as a storage room. He's been deleting voice messages he sent us when he first, because he's trying to like build a narrative, which I've got the voice message saved. It's a whole drama thing. But yeah, so I just want to get out because I just can't be arsed with that. You only pay 300 quid. I currently pay 903. That does include utilities. For my next flat, I'm going to be paying around 1,700 for the 2 of us. So it's going to be quite expensive. Where is how do I get to that one up there? That's the last one. Oh, no, that's the one I can't go through yet. Oh, no, it's that one over there. Over there? It's downstairs. Yeah, fair. Yeah, because I was going to move to Nottingham before I decided to move with my friend. Yeah, I mean, and also this is like zone 6 of London we're moving. So I was going to move to Nottingham before I decided to move with my friend. And yeah, like, for a 1-bedroom flat, kind of 700, 900 was kind of like about the ballpark. The map, I like this 3D map, but it's a little bit of a ball ache. So I think it's this side. Or is this the one I've already gone to? I'm exceedingly confused. So that is that one. That's where I'm meant to be going, but I don't want to do it yet. So is it this one? I think it's this one. I want to get to that one over there. Yeah, I'm so excited. That's also like why I knew I didn't have time to do a video today. And I want to finish this, or at least nearly finish this before Baldur's Gate drops, which I'm not going to do. So sorry. No, you know what? This is the same place we just saw. I'm just going to go through the main entrance. Fuck it. I can't figure out where I'm meant to be going. I think I can't get to that lift there. I think maybe I have to jump down onto it. Yeah, and I'm so excited for Baldur's Gate tomorrow. I'm still going to do a video for the weekend, though. I haven't actually checked the Atom Store, but there was something that dropped last week that will be quite interesting. Got my magic quill for opening doors, as I am wont to do. But yeah, so basically, the long and short of the flat is it's been quite stressful. Technically, we're all safe right now, but I just think everyone wants to move out. And I'm just happy Oh yeah, and so the other thing. So people keep asking me about France, and I just might do a big fucking. Okay, this is the current lore overview for Davey. So basically, I am still moving to France, but I've made the decision I am going to do it next summer, just because it's a bit more straightforward. Oh, this one looks a bit nicer, a bit more Bloodborne. I'm going to play... So yeah, I'm going to basically move... Because I have to get the visa, and I can't apply to the visa until I've been at my job for a year, which is October. So yeah, basically should be moving to France, hopefully around my birthday next year. Is it a co-op game? I don't think it is. And to be honest, no offense, but Baldur's Gate would be definitely a game I'd play on my own. Because clearly I don't like you. I'm not having you ruin my little immersion. Okay, so this is very Bloodborne, this bit. I'm not having... Yeah, because I'll be like really role-playing, and you'll be like, no, I've got... Yeah, you were using like the penis sausages the other day, weren't you? Oh, there's a fucking boss? What the fuck? That's a really random place to get a boss. I keep I was going to do that thing. I was not emotionally prepared for this. You weren't behind a fog gate, you've been... Oh, I see. It's going to be one where she, like, appears now and then. Okay. Yeah, like, I was not, Oh, no, I respect the Chaos Goblin vibes. But, you know, not for my RP. Good for, you know, Don't Starve, Valheim, absolutely. But not while I'm, you know... No offense, but Baldur's Gate will be definitely a game I play completely solo and update you guys on Discord about. Yeah, I was not... That was a little bit more intense than I was planning. I'm going to switch my turret, because I can have a flamethrower one. And I think... The thingy might be good. I'm also... Talisman's good. Ring's good. Everything's good. Everything's good. Also, she killed one of my flyers, the bint. But we're like nearly about to get summon at level 10, so I can get some cool ones. Oh, I bet. And I'm gonna play a, you know, a sorcerer, and I tend to always play a chaotic good character, but like, ow. Oh, she's back again, is she? Ah! Don't do that right next to me, you slag. There we go. Oh, that flamethrower is OP. Damn, son. Ow. Ah, you ain't shit. I'm not emotionally prepared for this. I think I'm killing elves. Bear in mind, I've just broken into this town, right? I'm not welcome here. I'm just turning up. I can't decide what I want to play. Like, I usually go... I'm tempted to play a cleric, because I've always wanted to play a cleric. Because, you know, it's a game where you know the gods exist, so it's not as if, you know, you're being some particularly out there, weird religious type. You can just be like, yeah, the god exists, and I'm his mate. And apparently they're very, 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 very powerful, so I might give, We do need to get... 1 second. Once I've moved, I will, like, maybe do some more co-op-y stuff. I would love to play some Dead by Daylight. And don't forget, guys, Starfield drops in, like, 5 minutes. That's going to be intense. Intense month, that's what I was about to say before I was spying around. Yeah, it's been very good. noise. Oi! Fuck off. I'm always shooting those things. It's fucked up. He's bad, isn't he? Oh, he's very, very bloodborne. I mean, he's getting his ass kicked, but, you know, I respect it. So basically, you hear that noise. Yeah, 5 weeks until Starfield, which I'm really excited about. Hear that noise, that's when it means, like, an elite enemy's turned up. Yeah, that's why I wanted to get the move done as well, because, like, when Starfield drops, I fully expect me to just be making video, at least 1-2 videos a week, but at least one Starfield video a week. And I hope they're going to do very well. The ones I posted kind of just after the gameplay free preview did very well, so they should do quite well. And what I didn't want to do is get to that point where I'm like, want to really kind of jump into game making content again, and can't because I'm fucking moving house. So I should be all settled. Yeah, it is just single player. Sorry, Fatima. No shenanigans for us. I can't wait until they release the mod tools for it. That's what I'm most... Well, I mean, obviously I'm most excited for the game, but, like, I'm really excited for the mod tools. This does remind me of the first level of thingamajig. I might switch to it. 1 second. Even though I get a little bit of an advantage, I want my scavenger's bauble. Yeah. See, I can't wait to get the mod tools, because what I really want to do for, like, this, I'm kind of treating, I've mentioned this a million times, but I'm kind of treating Starfield as, like, the next stage of the channel, and I want to do what I wished I'd done for Fallout 4 when it first dropped, which is make mods immediately. So I want to make outpost settlement mods, any kind of mod I can get my hands on, I'm going to try and make. Like, I'm also thinking I could make building packs. So similar to, is Andrew CX? Andrew X? I think it was Andrew CX. His mods, where he's doing basically, like, unlock settlement objects. I would do my little versions of that. Evening, Eugene. Greetings from Durham. When I was looking at places to move, I actually did check out Durham, but if I'm correct, it was a bit too far away. Oh yeah, and I think someone already mentioned that they'd done like one of the atrium. Oh, I love this bit because I can't actually go through there. Like, fucking brilliant game, guys. The atrium from the vaults is reused in one of the areas, which I thought was quite funny. Oh yeah, Patima, I do need to. This is a thing I was going to do ages ago, but then with the whole flat situation, I've kind of shelved it for a while. But yeah, I need to update all of my channel art. And I want to sort... The outro on my videos is 6 years old when I didn't know how to use Photoshop. It's done in Canva, so I need to do loads of shit. Really? I didn't know about the vertibirds. Oh. That's really good. Some good shooting there, Davey. Oh, I don't think that's aggressive. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to be playing on Xbox fully this time. Oh, there's something coming. I think there's something... No, I'm good. Yeah, so I'm doing Xbox fully now. See, I was going to get an Xbox X, right? Because this I'm playing as an Xbox S. And this is technically 30 FPS as well, which looks fine. But honestly, I just think I might just stick with my S and, like, maybe get myself an X for Christmas. I just don't think I need to get an X. Because this is... I only make videos in 1440p anyway. Ooh, a treat. Oh, yeah, no, to be honest, I do sometimes do that, Eugene, but, like... One, I never really struggle with scrap at this point. And also it's just time-consuming. Well, we will see what I can do. I can't promise anything. To be honest, most of my mods will still have that kind of Davey... Think Firefly is what I'm kind of thinking about, like, in terms of my aesthetic. Think Firefly, think the Oh. Oh, they're against each other. I didn't realise that. Oh, is my turret all the way over there? Fuck's sake, I forgot to put my turret down. Get him, boy! I love you, turret. He's a big boy. He's got damage then. Oi. Oh, no, I respect that. What's your gamer tag? I don't add people. I mean, you can figure it out. It's no respawns, but like, yeah, I don't add people because it just gets very logistically hard. If you know what I mean. I used to have it. I remember when I first ever streamed, like back in 2016 on PlayStation, and I can't keep up with all the invites. Plus, I'm like, as people I've mentioned before, I'm actually not a very social gamer at all. Like, I only really play with, like, Stella, Patima, and Darth, and that's not very often. Speaking of Patima, we still haven't done our Don't Starve stream. I realised we haven't played that since June last year. That was the last time we did Don't Starve. Right, you little shits, I hear you. Idiot on that. Yeah, and often I just say no, I can't be asked. As I just did when you offered about the Baldur's Gate. I was just like, no. I still want to, on the to-do list, actually, just randomly, this is between our little streaming plan I got, well, playing thing. I want to play Valheim again, but I need to learn how to actually make my own world and server. Because, yeah, I don't like the idea of, like, not having a server-based world. I just don't know how to do it. Oh, hey, Ogre, I didn't see you. Oi, ahoy. Welcome, Chief, welcome. We were actually we were talking about mods earlier, and how I can't wait for the mod tools to drop. For Starfield, rather. Randomly forgot to even specify that bit. Yeah, I really want to play Valheim. I'm in the. I think I want to do it after. I know I keep mentioning this, but I want to do things after I move because I'll be in a better vibe then. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I do get people messaging me about it quite a lot. Like, oh, if you want to play games. And I feel really guilty because it's not like I don't like people. I mean, I don't. You're all bastards. But, like, that's nothing to do with the game. But, yeah, I'm just quite antisocial. Like, for example, like 76, I just do not play with people at all. And I feel really guilty. Like, I think the last time I played with people was, like, when I joined Chad podcast for something. Oh, who shot me? Did you just shoot me, you little fuck? Oh, you little bastard. Get acidy, babe. Yeah, I don't... Well, the thing is, because I'm obviously really hardcore and very cool, I don't need... I can solo the daily ops, yeah? Yeah? I solo the daily ops. Because I'm cool. I still remember Stella doing the daily op with a crossbow, trying to solo it. I had a giggle. It took her half an hour, I think. Maybe 40 minutes. My record time is, I think, 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Because I'm a heavy gunner build. My problem is with 76... So I've like kind of fully made the switch to Xbox because I will eventually get a new PC, but I just can't justify the cost. But my PC crashes all the time, hence why this is on Xbox, and I'm gonna get a new PC, but I'm just sick of the lack of reliability. For me, I just seem to be cursed, and 76 crashes for me all the time now, and it really breaks my heart because I do quite enjoy playing the game generally, but I'll play for like. For example, the other day, what I was going to do was like listen to some podcasts, get my horror podcasts on, and I was going to grind like a load of... I wanted to launch a nuke and farm nuclear resources because there are a couple of things. Like I changed my armor, so I was going to like get a new backpack for my power armor. And just as I got to the last section of the nuclear encounter, like the bit where you have to defend the robots, the game crashed, and it was just like... And it's purely just my PC. It's my GPU. It's like 3-4 years old at this point, and I need to get a new one. Ooh, ammo. Yeah, I mean, Fallout 76 has been amazing for me. I really love the game, but I just think, to be frank, because I don't think there's cross progression between PC and Xbox. I just can't justify the time. You can, so you roll, and you can jump if you're on a ledge. So like, let's see if I do this. But it's quite like, you can't just jump when you're walking around. It's a bit, yeah, restrictive. Yeah, well, the thing with me with mods, it's weird. Even though I'm really weird because I keep forgetting technically I'm a very popular modder, but I never feel like it because I did it very, very late and I'm very, very, like, messy and did it while learning. But I've never actually been into modding very much because the thing with me with mods is I don't like... yeah, it's like a Gears of War jump, exactly that. The thing with me with mods, I only like really lore-friendly stuff. So I don't like any reskins. I despise like weapon mods. I mostly do it for like building, like giving me more stuff to build with and shit like that. Or quality of life things. Like maybe retexturing if I want something HD. Or fixing broken quests. Whichever one surprises everyone, considering technically I'm a really popular mod dev. Which is still freaking weird for me. Yeah, Crotan. Well, so the thing about the mods, and I was gonna do this, and I might try and do this as a project for August. So maybe keep an eye out on your uploads. But I want to finish, because basically when I think Ogre's really familiar with my issues with my mods. But basically when I first started developing mods, I wouldn't remove items correctly. So if you want to like get rid of a piece of junk, I would just physically delete it, which is fine, but it conflicts with loads of other mods. What I need... Ooh, stuff is coming. What I need to have done is disable them properly. And this causes issues, for example, if you try to use like things like any kind of like scrapping mod, where all the junk will come back because my mod technically hasn't removed it, and it just sort of gets confused. But also with my home plate mod, which is still very, very funny, is... And I need to... Oh, god damn. Oh, damn! Alright, Mr. Voorhees. Wait, not Job Voorhees. I was thinking of, Leatherface. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, you shit. You ain't got nothing on Leatherface, son. Will you stop throwing? All my stuff's gone. Very rude people. And I'm the fire guy. 1 second. 1 second. Right, anyway, as I was saying before we were rudely interrupted, my home plate mod, and Stella discovered this, I've accidentally hidden the elevator in Vault 111. So what's happened is if you install it after, it's fine, but I don't know how or when I did it, and I just need to just go and fix it. So I'm gonna do it in August after I've moved. It's my little project. Is I need to just do I need to go through with it with Xedit again, or find the original file. I can probably just unhide it, but I might just do it for Xedit because it'll be quicker. And I need to unhide the elevator. You can still select the elevator, it's just invisible. Oopsie. And then like my sanctuary mods, yeah. Like my sanctuary mod is a lag fest, and also my Taffety Boathouse mod. This isn't my fault, but I can fix it. So in Taffety Boathouse, is it Taffington Boathouse. Basically, this isn't my fault. It's actually the game. But the bottom floor certain things sinks through the floor. And this isn't my fault. This is actually the way the house is generally anyway. It just doesn't like certain things. But I have to fix that. Otherwise, well, I can fix it, so I'm going to add like an extra floor. I just want to go through and fix my mods, basically. Some of them will work really well, but I think I did like a big update on like quite a few of them, and then I stopped. And the problem is, because I have to use Fallout like FOX edit, I keep forgetting how to use that. See, unlike Ogre, I'm not like regularly using mod tools, so I have to basically remind myself how they work. Bye, piggies! So it's a bit, yeah. But I want to remind myself how the mod tools work, because that way I'll be refreshed for when Starfield drops. On the plus side, it doesn't take me very long to remember now. You little shit. So, yeah. For just the record as well, I'm playing this on hard mode. Well, normal hard mode, which apparently it's veteran mode, so this is why they're quite tanky. But yeah, so basically, Ramble, I might be updating my mods soon. And fixing things. And Fallout 4. But I'm never updating the Sanctuary mod, but I might put a little note saying that it's a lag fest, because people keep getting mad at me. The player home Sanctuary mod specifically. What faction do I normally side with in Fallout 4? And the Minutemen, technically, but the Railroad. Yeah, Croton, I think it does, yes. Basically, the mod tools should follow basically the same format, which is cool. So my sort of plan in terms of mods is I would like to see if I could make like pre-packaged outposts, depending on what tools we have available. And also, one of the big things I want to do is generally just more like build pack mods. So like, for example, decoration mods that just have loads of decorative elements for you to use. Oh, fuck. Yeah, exactly. So it should be, you know, for people... I'll off again, refreshing my brain. But it should be fairly solid, I think. Man, I'm so excited for when that drops. Because one thing that's almost certainly going to happen is the channel should get quite a big boost when that game drops. I know this because when I did my 2 Starfield videos, they got 10k views in 24 hours, which hasn't happened to me since like 2018 at least. Get out of my way, you little shit. Shooting that pig. You think that's cruel, but those things charge into you. So I'm quite excited because it'll be kind of like when I first did Fallout, except I'm actually fairly good at YouTube now. Speaking of, and it'll probably happen in October, I'm gonna update my streaming setup, so I'm gonna get a better camera and things like that. So you'll have my face in 4K basically in a couple of months.
All right, let's do this.
So if you've always wanted to see my face in 4K, well... Oh god, you're actually... Oh, it's you. I thought that might be the worst place. Lol. And I also... Yeah, I literally did genuinely put that in the worst place. Oh. Oh, ow. Ow! Stop getting hit. I might die in a second, actually. Also, I did really put that flamethrower in like the absolute... What the fuck is she? Oh, ow, ow, ow. Oh, right, if I can maybe move my flamethrower in. Ah! One thing I dislike about this game a little bit, yeah, I'm definitely going to know, is I quite dislike how there's no... Yeah, see. I dislike the dodging quite a lot. Because it feels like... It feels really clunky. Like, you have to sort of, like, just do kind of... Whoa! Like, this kind of mad dash. Whereas, like, I'm so used to playing, like, Dark Souls or Bloodborne or things like that, where you sort of jump to the side, and it's like you can still target the guy. Oh my god, I'm like all the way over there. It's alright, we'll do this a lot quicker now, because I'm not going to be clearing out and exploring. Ah, Crotan, I'm glad. Yeah, no, I do miss the times. Like I said, I stopped with the Fallout videos, just the Fallout 4, just because I'd done so much. Right, I'm gonna try to rush through this area now. But yeah, I'm so excited for Starfield dropping. When I made those 2 Starfield videos, it was so refreshing to have to be excited about a new thing. I hadn't really been excited like this in ages. Make sure I get more prepared for this one this time. It's just over here, isn't it? Come on, guys. Right, because forgive my ignorance. What CBBE mean? What does that mean? Am I being really dumb with the acronym? Have been reading any good books recently? Yes, I have. So I recently finished the Poppy War series. I can't really reach for my books because they're over there and will get murdered because there's no pause function. So I finished the Poppy War series. Oh, big booba mods. Oh, fair enough. Okay. Not for me. I prefer juicy booty mods, obviously. But yeah, no. Big booba. Of course it was going to be big booba mods. So I recently finished the Poppy War a couple of weeks ago. I just finished rereading Rebecca Chambers' third book in her Wayfarer series, which is called something like We Remembered Few or something. It's basically, it's got this cool sci-fi series. Wayfarer series by Rebecca Chambers, really good. And I've now got a horror book called Dark Matter, who I can't remember the author because it's the first time I've read her book and I'm too blind to actually read it from here. But yeah, I've only just started that, but I'm going to sit down and maybe read a bit more tonight. So yes, very good. I have been. I've been a very devouring books mood. Like I literally, since the start of July, I think I read like 5 books. And yeah, it was awesome. Right, okay, so just through here. Oh wait, what? Is it now? Look, I'm really confused. So, do I have to How did we lock it first? Oh, wait, no, I went through there. Ah, no, I did actually have to go this way. I've never read the Metro books, but because I played the Metro game, I'm not a big fan of reading books about stuff that I've either watched or read, because I'm like, well, I already know a bit of the story, if you get my point. Like, that's the reason why I've still not read the Game of Thrones books. I've read The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, but, like, you know, that's an exception, because obviously I read them a long time ago. I've heard they're very good, yeah, it's just, to be honest, I've just got so other things I'd rather read, I guess. Red Dragon does look quite cool. I'm trying to read more, like, I want to read more horror, if possible. If you guys haven't watched it, by the way, the series Hannibal is insanely good. Oh, hello. Right, we're not going to get surprised by that lady this time. And we're going to put the turret in a good place so it can actually attack her. So she should be... She's... Oh, yeah, so she's... I'm still not... Ow, you putan! Oh, these have so much health. Oh, well, mate. Get flame found. Not today, Satan. Oh, it's so good, and I'm like really annoyed that it kind of needed an extra season, but it's... I remember that vividly because I was painting a load of my Warhammer at the time. Oh no, what was I doing? Was I painting my kill team? Yes, I remember. That was when I was painting my Cursed City models. Yeah, this place is very, very, very Bloodborne. Right, let's do this boss lady. whom I was not emotionally prepared for earlier, who didn't... Funny thing is, she wasn't very hard when I met her the second time. It's just that time I got my turret on place. I wasn't psyched up. You die. Where are you? Aha, shut up. Very good. You were actually, you mentioned a book that you were thinking of reading, and I think you sent a link to it, and I've been meaning to buy it. It was that one. Ah, oh, damn it! I'm gonna go for the thing. It was a really vibey book about like more of like a introspective book, and I remember you mentioning it, and then me googling it, going, "Hey, that actually looks really good," and I now want to get it, and I keep forgetting to pick it up. So yeah, that's my really vague. You had this book that I can't remember the name of. I think it literally is in the chat. I remember I was going to bookmark it, but I forgot. Right, if I can get. So she's like here. Oh, wrong one. Oh, fuck's sake, fine. Oh, how did I get hit by that, even though I fucking dodged? Jesus. Right. Oh, I think that's a charge up, yeah. Ooh. Sometimes the dodging is a bit like... If we die too many times, I'll just switch them. Oh, yeah, we're dead. Yeah, I just really dislike the way when you dodge in this, because it ends up being this, where it's like sort of a mad... You're sort of like dashing around. Right. Wow, her health is nearly dead already. Oh, okay, fine. Maybe we'll do it without any help. Fucking flamethrower, man. My turrets have done all the damage. Oh, my turret fucking slaps. Ah, la la la. See what I mean? It kind of feel a little bit like mad dashy, like. Jesus. Oh yeah, this is a thing that's happened to me a lot over this last week. It's me going, Jesus, Jesus, all the time. It's very funny. Oh, fuck. I can go for walls, can it? Alright, fine. Ah, fucking birds. Fuck off. Oh, okay, that's very good. Oh, I've got loads of ammo there. Get flamed. There we go. I'm going to cheese this one completely. Hey, look at the massive skill I did of running away and letting my guys do all the work. Yeah, it's not. This is. It's frustrating because they're like. I remember, you know when people say, "Oh, this Souls game could be improved by this feature," right? So I remember there being a discussion of, basically, and I think there should be some kind of lock-on. So I should be able to like lock on to you and then be able to like strafe and like dive to the side. And all the responses were one, get good, which I found really boring. I'll get to your zucchinis thing in a second, Croton. Because I've got some ideas. But so yeah, like. And all the comments on the Reddit were like, oh, get good. Or they're like, oh, it wouldn't work with the aiming feature. But basically, it could play like Zelda. Because Zelda, you can lock on. And just what happens is you lock on, and then it breaks lock on when you aim. And I think that's what they should do. But instead, it's just this kind of... It just comes across very goofy. So, in terms of the zucchinis, I recommend trying to make moussaka. So you like... I think you have aubergine and zucchini. And it's just really, really good. Hey, Rosie. Don't you hurt my turret, little shit. Get out of the way, I'm learning up. Oh, Eugene, no, yeah, Challenger. I was tempted by the Challenger because I liked the vibe, but then, I mean, for those who don't know, I mean, I haven't got the Challenger armor, but I've got the Leto Mark II armor, and I'm going to demonstrate what Eugene's referring to, because it's not great. I think that should be heavy enough. So, look very chunky, but that's the dodge. Not really dodge, is it? It's more of like a flop. Yes, it's called an aubergine. We'll have none of that. Hey, Lance. We'll have none of that American vernacular in this chat. Why is it called an eggplant? It's not made of eggs. Also, that's very inappropriate emoji. Let's put my less heavy armor back up. No, wrong gloves. The moussaka's really nice. You put some potatoes in it. I think when I made it last time, I think I made the old aubergine. I don't think I cooked them as much because I kind of like. I've had it once at a really nice Turkish place because it is Turkish. Some people say it's Greek. It's not. It's Turkish, and the Turkish correctly get really defensive about it. But I had it at a Turkish restaurant, and the aubergine and the zucchini were really soft. Swear to American. It was really, really good. Put some potatoes in there as well. What else? Obviously the mashed potato on the top. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. You say it was your 49th, right? Getting old, mate. Getting old. It's fine. It's not my birthday anymore. I get to call someone else old. You look gorgeous, even if you can't say aubergine correctly. Yeah, moussaka. I think you said 49. Other than that, I've made you younger and older. I think you said 49. Also, I've snitched on your age in the chat. Sorry about that. So there's two areas. Exactly close to your half century. I don't say it like that. I'm 36, and that still weirds me out. Established dominance, devil. Do it the British way. Actually, no, one thing I do say, and this annoys people, and they keep correcting me, and it's really funny. So basically, I have ringing in my ears, right? Just from loud music, and I think maybe blood pressure. So I say I've got tinnitus, because that's where I first heard the word. But it's actually, the British way of saying it is tinnitus. But to be honest, I think the American version of the word sounds more correct. So I just say tinnitus, and it gets people really annoyed. Like, no, they're like, no, it's tinnitus. I'm like, no, is it though? Tinnitus sounds stupid. Exactly. While on the subject, it's coriander, not cilantro as well. Cilantro, honestly. Savages. Disgusting people. I can hear you guys. I think these guys are mad at me. My flyers are having a great time around here. Yeah, Lance, it is a weird one, isn't it? Because I feel like... I think the whole problem with why my age feels weird, right? Let me just kill this one. Is because I live in London, I don't really have, like, a house. Whereas I feel as if I didn't live in London, I'd probably have, like, at least, Oh, God, there's a big lad over there. Because like my brother, my half-brother is kind of older than me. He's like 40, but he had a house at this age. Like, not bought one, obviously. Fuck no. Not in this economy. But he was renting a house. And I'm like, I really can't be living in a flat anymore. I think someone's coming. It is. Get flamed, fam. Oh god, he's a big boy. Yeah, I have a friend who was the same. Like, bless him. He's like nearly 50, but 40 something, which to me doesn't feel very old. And yeah, he had the same thing. Where like he never even smoked his entire life, and suddenly he got like he had to get like I think some kind of transplant. It was horrible. It's alright, Crotan, I forgive you. Yeah, well, coriander. Actually, to be fair, I actually quite like the word cilantro. It just I remember getting really confused in Sainsbury's, which is like our. If I don't know if you guys know, but Sainsbury's is like our Walmart, you know, kind of big soup. One of them anyway. And I was like trying to find cilantro for ages. I was like, what the fuck is cilantro? Because it was part of like some Mexican, like kind of like South American style dishes. And it turns out cilantro is just coriander. And I was like, oh, fuck off. Cilantro. Pfft, savages. Well, you definitely don't have the energy of someone 80. I've seen you in the chat. And you definitely have the humour of a 13-year-old, so is all I'm saying. I didn't read that, by the way. Eugene, you're 50 in October. It's a spooky month. That's a good one. Oh, fuck me. Hello, Treacle. Look at him! Teleporting behind me. Nothing personal, kid. Can you guys get on my way? Ah. Spooky little shit. Well, the thing is, the reason why I prefer coriander as well as the word is because, like, coriander is a big part of kind of South Asian, Indian cooking, like Bengali cooking, and Pakistani cooking, to be fair. And, you know, they call it coriander. And my neighbours are mostly Bengali, so it's just like, we'll call it coriander. Although I've really learned that you can't use too much coriander. Powdered coriander. You can use the leaf coriander quite a bit, but if I use too much powdered coriander, everything tastes a bit soapy. I'm really excited to get, because the one thing about, because my flatmates are really nice, but because we're not friends outside of, you know, living with each other, I always feel really self-conscious cooking around them. Whereas when I'm living with my other friend, I'm going to not be self-conscious, because I'm like, yeah, I don't mind if you see me cook. So I'm quite excited, because I'm going to get some cooking going down. I haven't experimented. I want to bake. I want to make bread. You guys get excited. You get to see me make bread. There's stuff over there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Laura would be like, I'm just going to go scrub some toilets. Scrub some shit. It's like, oh, cool. Cheers. Great. Oh, no, I still use coriander, don't get me wrong. But I did, in my experience, I found, like, I don't tend to use... What I usually use is around a teaspoon, like, a teaspoon of coriander. And then if I want more coriander taste, I'll usually actually use, like, chopped fresh coriander. Don't know what it is. I also find that with garam masala, actually, I tend to only use one of those. The alien from DC Titans. Lol. Yeah, Lance. So I'm basically, we've got the flat secured. I should be moving next week. We actually got confirmation. We got it the other day. Yeah, I do like. Yeah, I like a little bit of coriander. So what I do is, usually when I'm frying onions, like in olive oil, I'll put like cumin and coriander go quite well together. But then when I'm actually like heating up a sauce, I tend to put chopped coriander in. In my next flat, actually, I want to see if I can grow herbs on the shelf a little bit more, because I wouldn't mind to get some more fresh stuff. I haven't seen any decent ring drops in ages. Where I'm moving to, so I'm going to be moving to East. So I live in East London now, but I'm moving to quite far East London.
This isn't looking good.
1 second, I'll kill this one. Oh, no, I'm not going to tell you guys exactly where I'm leaving, but it's going to be near Romford area. So it's going to be about zone kind of like 6-ish, I think, or something like that. So it's quite a quiet area. Romford's kind of a little bit busy, but it's kind of like nearby Romford. So I'm going to be quite quiet, basically. It's quite nice. Yeah, not Nottingham anymore. So the Nottingham thing was because when I was going to move on my own. But then after, when I was like, oh, maybe I'll move to Nottingham, my friend needed someone to live with, and I was just like, oh, this perfect. So instead I moved with them. Oh, I'm so excited. It's going to be so much. It'll be a very chill, because this is hopefully going to be my last apartment in London. Then afterwards, so hopefully I'm moving to France, and then I can finally get a fucking house. But it'll be a really nice, chill final apartment in London, which I quite like. Get corroded, bitch. Yeah, it'll be vibey, I think. It'll also be a good place to actually, you know, do all the new Starfield content, and as I said, because the channel should kind of maybe not blow up, but I imagine we'll see some quite big growth. Fine, love, we're trying to chat. It'll be kind of a nice, quiet, chill, vibey environment to get it all done. God, this place is massive. Oh, sorry, I just killed my own one. Sorry. I just killed my own flyer. Well, you fucking come here, piggy. Good one. Yes. Probably do Starfield. I'm a bit... I want to be well, yeah, I will do Starfield streams. But because it's like an RPG, I'm always conscious that maybe I might be boring playing it. But to be honest, it's what people want to see. So what I'll definitely do is maybe outpost building streams, that kind of stuff. I think I've nearly cleared everything out here now.
Okay, this is it.
Yeah, I think this is what I just need peace.
Here they are, get up!
I'm taking a little bit of a... It's funny because I was going to say I'm taking... What's that? Will you just shut the fuck up? What is this? Some kind of game run fighting things. I'm going to be not taking any personal holidays, like in terms of abroad holidays for the rest of this year. But I'm still going to be going abroad, but for work. So, yeah. I'm going to try and save money. And the only holidays I'll be doing now are work holidays. But I'm going to be in Amsterdam this month. And then I'm going to be in Germany for Oktoberfest. But that's for work.
Come on.
Another one. Oh, am I shooting another one? Oh. One sec. Don't shoot me with your flamethrowers. Oh, I love that. Get in. Look at that. It's got some range in it, actually. Take care, Turrican. Thanks for joining.
Oh, yeah.
Right. The one thing is the differences between AMD, yeah, Eugene, I think there will be, but we'll see. So on the AMD versus Nvidia thing, I kind of maybe want to do the full AMD, AMD Radeon kind of route, because I just seem to have so much poor luck with Nvidia graphics cards, having the stupid. Oh, I've just got that Harry. Just check that. Disneyland for stoners. Yeah, I want to kind of try the AMD Radeon route because it seems to be like my an amulet. It just seems to be that's the big thing I've gotten is no VRAM. Oh, wrong button. And yeah, I just want to try. I'm just gonna basically rebuild a new computer, I think. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing it just because it'll be because my last computer had issues. And this one, it worked for about 2 years, and then I think when Deathloop, that was the game I first started having issues with, that and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I'll just do a thing where the game will run flawlessly, but then they'll just crash the desktop, and I just got so sick of it. Using a skill regenerates. No, it's not great. Yeah, well, basically, Laura, I'm exactly the same. I'm playing Starfield on. I'm not going to play it on Game Pass because I'm probably going to pre-order it because obviously I want that extra week. But yeah, I'm gonna play it on Xbox because this is on Xbox right now and it looks fine. This is not just on Xbox. This is on Xbox S. It looks good enough for what I'm going to be doing with it. Right, I think we might be the next big area. Ironborough. Yeah. Next year. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. The Great Sewers. Alright, right. Literally, yeah, I'm playing this right now. Not even, I'm literally playing this on the S series Xbox, and it's fucking awesome. It cost me like 200 quid. It runs amazingly. It's in 1440p, but that's what all my videos are going to be in anyway. Like, some games do look bad on it. Like fucking Redfall looked terrible. But like, this looks really good. I still probably will get an Xbox X at some point, because I'm paying so much for the rent and deposit and everything. It looks really good. Yeah, it's so good. And I would move it, but obviously it would then disconnect. But it's tiny as well. It's like, I mean, okay, so this is like my Switch dock, right? And the Xbox S is like that big and about the same width and maybe a bit wider. I put it this way, I took it in my suitcase when I went to America, and it barely took up any space at all. So yeah, can recommend. I'm gonna buy some shit. Yeah. Ah, Redfall. Ah, Redfall. What a shame. Man, they really did fuck that one up, didn't they? Done goofed.
Take care now, traveler.
I might get. Actually, I've already got it. So basically, with my PC, right? So I've got I'm basically what I'm doing is I'm playing this via my capture card. So my PC is, I probably only need to replace actually the GPU. I've got an i9 9900K CPU, and I think it's the 270 Super, NVIDIA 270 Super, which only has, I think, 8GB of virtual RAM, which has been the problem for me. I need one with 16GB, because what ends up happening is the game will run flawlessly and then they just crash. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to do NVIDIA again. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like, it was one of those games I wanted to like, and there is a good game there, but they just fucked it up so bad. But you know what the funny thing is? With Redfall, it ran flawlessly. Like, it ran so well for me, it just wasn't a very good game. So like, that's what I just found it deeply ironic. Like, on my PC, it ran perfectly. I couldn't stream it very well, but then I was actually just generally having that. I think that's when I was having internet. Oh, that was when I hadn't updated OBS and it was fucking around, because it wasn't even letting me stream anything. But yeah, I played it, and yeah, it ran fine for me. This is very, very lucky. Yeah, that's my issue. The hilarious thing is the actual, like, graphic-wise, everything looked perfect. But to be honest, I only really use my PC. I use my PC for work, and if it's using on games, it's like more indie-style games. But I don't know, maybe next year. To be frank, I should get, hopefully, look, if Starfield does well, I ultimately am going to be getting money from Starfield, because the views will just shoot up on the channel again. And if I can get a decent amount from that, I'll just buy a new PC again. I think it'll be easier. But I'll buy it, you know, with the intent of kind of building it around a streaming and video editing platform, so. To be fair, this PC I did buy for the channel, and it cost me like $2,000. That's why I'm a little bit miffed out. I spent like 2K on this PC. It was very, very expensive. But I think where I fucked up with this one actually is because I didn't buy, like, at least, yeah, I should have bought at least a 12GB Jesus Christ, graphics card, because I only bought the 270 Super, it just wasn't good enough. Oh, it only lasted for a while before the games became problematic. You've got an actual Xbox mini fridge. I have always wanted a mini fridge. Even though I'm an adult and could have bought one anyway, it's one of those things I've always been meaning to pick up, but I just like... You know, it's a few £100 expense. I eventually would love to get like a Nuka-Cola fridge that I can have next to my PC. I kind of part of me wished I'd because I've got a work laptop, right? Because I work in the tech industry, so they have money basically, and I kind of part of me wished I'd gotten a PC, but I decided to get a MacBook Pro just because they're pretty and quite useful for what I was doing with it. But to be fair, I wouldn't be able to play games in it anyway, so I mean I would, but you know, part of me felt I should have, because I could have probably used that for work streaming. Yeah, I do like my MacBook Pro. It's very pretty. This is so Dark Souls, this. But yeah, so yeah, God, I've been rambling a lot. I think I haven't streamed for like 3-4 weeks. I think that's the issue. Yeah, I haven't streamed since like the end of June, so I'm a little bit waffly.
Great. More bad.
Those exploding barrels. They are exploding. That's quite niche. See, what I want to do, I do want to get a new PC, but so I've mentioned before, I use TikTok all the time. I'd love to start making TikToks, by the way, but I need to kind of, I'm going to wait until after the Starfield kind of boost comes. But not like dancing TikToks, don't worry, like gaming and maybe like rambly vlog TikToks. Anyway, so I use TikTok a lot. And the algorithm of TikTok is really, really good. Like, they know so much about what you're interested in. And I've kind of sort of ended up following kind of, what's the word, like wholesome gaming setup TikTok. So it's like people who have like these really kind of like cozy gaming PC setups, you know? A lot of them are for like playing things like Stardew Valley and things like that, and they've got like custom keyboards which have a really kind of ASMR sound to them. It fucking rules. I want them so much. Oh, that might be why I can't see shit. I'll go down then, I guess. Ow! What the fuck? Who's got like missiles? Yeah, one second. You're dead? Yeah. So basically, I've been avoiding... Oh, you're new. Oh, fuck me, you hit hard. 1 second. I've been avoiding playing my kind of vibey chill games because I didn't want my stressy moods to kind of ruin them. Oh, he looks cool. Oh, fuck. I was got quite a longer hitbox than I was expecting. Oh, the Enigma gun. I think... Is that one? Is that the one I'm thinking of? 1 sec. I think I missed out on that one. Because that one's from the foresty one, isn't it? Yeah, Patima. Yeah, so yeah, that's exactly it. So like I kind of... I've got loads of like wholesome cozy games which I've got on ice until this situation. That's why I'm just playing this, because at least it's kind of good thing. The Omega one. Ah, the Alpha Omega. No, I haven't unlocked that yet. Because yeah, I was playing Stardew Valley quite a bit. And I've got like the new Zelda and things like that, but I haven't really. To be fair, I'm actually in a fairly decent mood right now, so I might start. But Baldur's Gate drops tomorrow, so I probably won't. Yeah, I haven't unlocked it yet. To be fair, I've got this pulse rifle and it took me ages to unlock, so I'm probably going to use this for the rest of the game. I'm quite happy with my gear right now. Yeah, Courtney, what I want to do, so like... Once my move's done, I'll be in a bit more of a mentally happier place. Oh, don't put it there, don't put it there. And then we can... 1 second. And then I'm planning to maybe like... I wouldn't mind to stream, so I've got obviously the capture card, so I could, theoretically... I can blow that guy up. I could stream some like, you know, Stardew Valley and things like that. Or Zelda. More kind of like vibey, cozy games. Might need to use these. Oh yeah, no, I've got well, I'd be playing on Switch, Fatima, and also if you break my farm, I will end you and everyone you love. Just saying. Hey, Double! You've joined at a time when I've got no ammo left. Oh wait, no, I have ammo now. Right. But yeah, so basically, I just want to move, guys. I want to move because, like this little game setup I've got here, in my other place, I have a little bit more control over the furniture. Oh, good lord. So I can then, like, hopefully have a little bit more of a better setup for streaming, and I'm buying a fucking... Oh, you're new. I'm going to buy an HD camera and things like that. It's going to be very, very cool.
That was rough.
Yeah, I don't play more card stuff. But I have been distracted. Oh, I hope I can move next week. I hope I can move this week, actually. They were meant to call me, the estate agents, about when we can officially move in, but I think they're waiting to hear back from the landlord. Everything good? Cool. Yes, you did. Though saying that, with us, I think we were quite wholesome in our little Valheim world we had. Because you didn't burn anything down once. I mean, not intentionally. And we had, like, quite a nice little village kind of hamlet thing going on. It was very nice. This is why I wouldn't mind to actually get my own... Because I think with, you know, I think Larkham, he didn't have the resources to keep maintaining the server. Whereas I probably could, and I don't mind doing it. Because Valheim is one of those games that I started playing at the right time for me. It's a very... Fuck me. That was rude. It's a very, very chill, vibey game. Which I appreciated. Oh, don't blow them up, for fuck's sake. Fucking hell. The one thing about the vaulting in this is terrible. Right, there we go. That's what I meant to do. So yeah, the new place, once I move in... Oh god, he just... Fuck off, 1 second, sorry. So my bedroom's going to be smaller. I'm annoyingly... I remember saying it's a decent size, but I forgot to actually measure it. But I think it's about the same size as my old room, maybe a little bit bigger. But what we have is a massive living room, like a living room kitchen combo. Which is just gonna... I'll still have my desk in my room, but it means I won't need as much stuff in my room because we'll have a living room. Yeah, Valheim's a lot more fun with friends, I think. It's fun to play solo, but I like the option of playing with friends, which is why what I want to do is I'm going to probably play solo quite a bit, but I want to be able to play solo on a world that, like me, Fatima, Larkham, you know, JB if they ever jump to bit again, and Darth as well can play together, so they can just jump in whenever. And I just need to learn how to do it. I'm very... Setting up servers is something I've not really learned before, so I need to kind of like do some research on how it works.
Okay, this is it.
Yeah, it's kind of a game that you kind of, you know, you each have your own little tome that you build, and then you kind of get together to go on a little adventure. Fuck's sake, I'm going to keep falling down here, aren't I? I have fallen down here, so we've been on the one section for fucking ages. Yeah, I'd love to play with Lark again. I think he's got a lot going on, so we haven't played for ages. But it will be nice to get that handsome man back in some games. He had a lovely, well done, lovely like base kind of home area on Valheim. He did this like he like made this kind of like more stone wall thing. It was very cool. Very, very nice. I liked it. Oh, for fuck's sake, this place is... I'm getting flashbacks to, I think it's Blight Town from Demon Souls. Keep falling down. Doesn't help I'm blind as a bloody bat. Faye Bruiser. I'm going to beat some Faye up on mine. Faye Bruising. Oh, melee. I'm never going to use melee. Oh, yeah, exactly. So, alright. Blight Town. What's the one from Demon Souls, then? Because there's definitely this similar place in Demon Souls. Do you remember it? They are. There's only one of me. Fucking... So one thing about this game, the enemies don't actually respawn, but it feels like they do. There are actually only a set amount of enemies in each area, but it can sometimes feel like they go on forever. It's just they spawn in really bunchy areas. We're nearly through yet. This place is an absolute maze. My favourite one was still Narud, though. That was such a cool area. I want to get into the earth, though. One second. I'm going to Google it now because I'm generally curious. Demon's Souls areas. Locations. I've been bothering me for ages. Nexus. Inner Ward, King's Tower. Oh, maybe that was Dark Souls. I think you're right. Yeah, it was Dark Souls. I think I'm getting it confused because I did play Dark Souls. Yeah, it is Dark Souls. Yeah, you're right. The area I was thinking of was Blight Souls and it wasn't Dark Souls. So I've completed Demon Souls on the PS3 because I'm cool. See, Loathsome is my... This is the area I don't like. This is my least liked area, actually. I find it... I didn't like how... I'm well aware that, like, the openness in Narud and Faerun, whatever it's called, is kind of fake. Like, it's still technically corridors, but it doesn't feel like corridors. And when you're in the corridors, they feel like cooler. This one just feels really restrictive. Oh, this is a boss fight, by the way. That is a boss gate. All right, fine. Let's have a fight. Oh, I left my turret there. Come on. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. Thank you, you prick. Yeah, same. I loved Demon Souls. The problem with Demon Souls is I don't know if they've changed it, but in the PlayStation 3 version I had, if you built your character right, you were horrendously overpowered. Like, it was one of those games that you could just become stupendously OP. To the point where I finished Demon Souls with it was a sharp, like, dexterity. I was a bit of a weeb back then, so it was a bit of a weeby katana. And by the end of the game, because the way I'd built my character well, I was like one-shotting everything, and like the last boss I killed in like 4 or 5 hits. It was so silly. Right, I'm actually going to activate these inside, because I've noticed that these guys get confused by the thing. What do the fight damage one? This is your first Souls-like. Get on Elden Ring if nothing else. I haven't actually finished Elden Ring, but I need to get on it. But it's one of... Again, it's a game I haven't finished, even though I've restarted it several times. It's so good. Dark Souls 3 is probably my favourite, I think. Dark Souls 3, I've done all bar one of the bosses, and it was just because it was a long one. What am I doing here? Is he, what's going on?
Shit.
Is he just attacking the gate? Is he just fucking wasting his ammo on the gate? You turd. Oh, ow, that was rude. Oh, there's loads of those little things on the ground. Oh, damn. That beam might hurt a bit if it hits me. I love Elden Ring. I don't know if I'm actually damaging these or not. That one does seem to be going a bit red. Ooh, hello. Oh, ow, that one got me. Oh, I think I broke. I think it has a shield basically. Right, now you get it. Will you not get your fat ass out of the way? Oh, hello, dude. Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Let's just get my ass down here instead. Brilliant. Love to see it. I love this for me. How do I get out? Hey guys, how you doing? Hello. Nope, okay. Am I just stuck here now? Must be a route up. Oh, I can literally see it on the map. Dark Souls is amazing though. Dark Souls 3. So good. This is a weird one, this. Oi! Oh, for fuck's sake! Get your fat ass up there. Apparently, I was immune to damage on that, which is actually quite funny. Oh, for God's sakes! Ah, see, this is why I don't like the fact that you can't, like, fucking... This one's gonna take a while, sorry guys. I keep falling off. So I can use the fence behind me. Oh, for God's sakes! Oh, the fence can be destroyed, that's why. Oh, this is gonna die to shit, isn't it? Yeah. So like, no, I'm just gonna find a place where I can actually go without falling off constantly. Oh, brilliant, mate. Cheers for that. Love that. Okay. Ostensibly, if it wasn't for literally the falling off, this would probably be a laughably easy one. Don't you dare fucking fall off, I swear to God. You not fucking... Okay. Great. Oh, okay, he's just gonna stand there and not touch fucking. Cool, bro, cheers. This is gonna take a while, sorry everyone. God, you don't get like more than 5 seconds on it before it disappoints up. Oh my God, please jump like a normal person. Right, okay. Right, if I put my turret down, are you actually going to attack the right thing this time? Oh god, oh god. Ah, no. I don't like this one. Yeah, like the control of the drum, it drives me insane. Because it feels so lazy. Like, it feels like they just... Because this was definitely a criticism they must have gotten in the... Like, I've only taken that thought out. This is definitely a crit... This game's good, but it's also, like, frustratingly not amazing. Like, it's nearly there, but not quite. And, like, the jumping is so frustrating. That is what it is. I'll probably do it. I've gone... My guys keep thing. Honestly, tempted just to hang out with you. Oh my god. No, you're not going to get guys out. Just going to knob around like a dick. Okay, now I'm dead. Now I'm dead. This is definitely not one of the good bosses. It's alright. We'll give it a... Gonna attack it? Nope. There was one really good boss, and I'm really annoyed because I tried to save the video of me fighting it. And it's like this... It's the one boss which I didn't feel was cheap. A lot of the bosses in this can feel very, very cheap. Oh. Can they shoot through 6? They can. They can. I wish those guys would stop being down here and trying to attack things. Oh, I'm like totally dead. Ah, this sucks. I don't like this one. This one's really boring. Yeah, no, basically, I don't get why they've kind of almost stubbornly stuck. I might try and fight these down here, actually. They've, like, stubbornly stuck with the crappy dodging, and I kind of don't get why they've done it, because it seems dumb. What my turret might actually do? I don't know if these... Oh. These respawn? I have no idea if they do. Let's find out. I think they probably do. Yeah. Mm. So I don't know if I have to do this. I think they do respawn. Yeah, okay, so what I might do is leave this one for the stream, because I think I'll obviously do it, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to be a very enjoyable one. It feels more wanky. Oh my god. This jumping's so bad. Okay, come on, up you go. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Oh, I actually jumped properly that time. Oh, I'm nearly up bullets. I will try and get killed by this. Yay! Fuck off. Ah.
This ain't good.
Oh, that got me. Oh, good. They're definitely dead. Woohoo! So if you give it time, you can actually get his health down quite a lot. Naturally, I'm not so lucky. I'm very surprised if I do this. I might. Oh, this hurts me, but... Nope. Nope! Can I run for that? I can't. Ah, fuck. Ah, don't fall down there, you shit. Well, yeah, no shit! But, it's one of those things, it's, this is the first time I'm doing it, so I need to learn what to do. Where's my fucking banner? Oh, fuck off! I'm dead. I'm not doing that one again on stream. Yeah, like, this one, so basically, Remnant is a decent game. But like a lot of the bosses do feel really cheap, and it's kind of one of those frustrating. I will try it one more time just go out. I think I'm probably going to switch to the better version of the thing though. Oh no, devil, no, nothing to do with it. Absolutely, just complete skill issue because I nearly took it down in my first try. It was just getting used to the fight. But it is one of those. This is one of those games that does feel like. It is... They've nearly got how a Souls game should work. And that's why it's quite fun to play. But, like, a lot of the bosses just feel like they focus on spamming you with stuff as a way of, like... But there was one boss, and I can't remember its fucking name. To the point I'm tempted to go back and see if I can fight it again. And it was in the sci-fi area, and it was this big robot with arms, and it would summon these like little. The only extra ads it would summon, basically, what would happen is the actual arena you were in would move quite a lot, and it was such a fun fight. Well, it's just the bosses. They've just nearly got it, but not quite. Basically, is the summary of it. Or I should do it this time, unless I get unlucky. It's like they've slightly... So he's actually attacking you now. There you go. Ow! That one actually hurt quite a bit. Lol. So I've already got him down quite far compared to what I did last time, so it's just a base of health. Also, I can kind of tank these little ones, like the little balls, because my character heals as you see, he heals. I have thingy, so I can actually just tank the little ones and not even worry about dodging them at all. Is that what I'm gonna do? Oh, don't fall down. Ah, fuck! Oh, you fucking prick! Eugene, please don't give me backseat driving. One warning. Worst thing ever. Never in the history of the human race has someone offering tips been actually helpful. Oh, I just walked straight into that. Ooh. Okay, let's try this. Because you're doing what I've done. Oh, get out the fucking way. Yeah, we just... Oh, don't fall down. Ah, yeah. Okay, I'll do a different one. John, many a true nerd. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it, because like it's like the bosses feel very cheap. I think I'm in a different area for a little bit, just because it's not really a gear issue. It's more the case I just have to. This isn't a fun fight to do. But yeah, it's a weird. This is why I'm probably only gonna stream it this once, because like it's like they nearly get the fights. Like if you compare it to Dark Souls or Elden Ring and Bloodborne, they get the fights always feel fair. Like, I think the only fight I didn't like from Dark Souls 3 was Midir, which is this big dragon. It's the one I haven't done, but it just because it has such a stupid amount of health. They tend to try and the way they make these ones difficult is by basically just throwing loads of shit at you. It's like, yeah, you just throw loads of stuff at you. And that's their entire strat. Like, all the hard bosses are hard because you have to dodge a million different things and you have to defeat all the ads. So the one really, really good... I kind of want to see if I can... It is pretty, though. It is very pretty. Let's do no red. It was basically... I don't think I can reset individual areas. It was... I think it was the Dark Conduit. And it was this really cool boss. And I tried to save the picture. Works. I might see if I can grind. How long we got? It's 11, so I'll play for 30 more minutes. I might restart one of the... So you can do this thing where you restart the adventure mode. And I might restart that so I can just, like, farm some gear. Let's see what cool pistols we've got. I'm on the wiki now, in case you're curious, is what I'm looking for. Yeah, I think the one I liked the most was the one with, I don't want to do Lawson. I'm not doing anything with Lawson. Lawson can suck my dick. I'm just going to reset and do Naruto, because I really like this one, and it would be nice to kind of show you guys it. Hi Jennifer, thanks for joining. Okay, let's do Naruto. This is my... We'll just do this one, because there's actually a few pieces of gear. I've actually played this one for like 10 hours. But it's the best one, I think. It's also the hardest one, but it's hard in a bit more of a fun way. Yeah, that boss was annoying. This one's good, because it's got that kind of like weird otherworldly thing going on about it. It's so fun. Yeah, like, it's one of those things that the first one had the same problem. I remember there was this one in what I think is Yesha, but it's like the first version of it. And there was this magic user guy, and he would, like, every portion of health, he would then summon loads of extra mobs, and it's their go-to strat in this game is to, unfortunately, make it difficult by just giving you loads of shit you need to deal with, rather than like a boss. Like, I don't think there are any bosses that don't summon extra mobs, to my knowledge. Even the boss fight I really liked still summoned these little orbs, but they were quite easy to deal with, which is a shame. It's my one criticism. But yeah, I think what you say about Many a True Nerd saying, yeah, I kind of, his take seems about right. It's just like, I'm going to enjoy it like I enjoyed the first one. And if they ever do a third one, which I imagine they will do, I'll get it. But it has this, like... But it is very... It does still do the Souls thing, though. You can figure out the bosses, and you do them. And once you do them, they are quite satisfying to do.
Okay. This looks important.
But, yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. But this one's cool.
Here we go.
See my boys up. Jump. The one fight I want to do, actually, I'm not doing this one, but in the forest area, is because there was at the end, basically, there's this choice you can make, and there are apparently like 3 or 4 different choices you can make, and I didn't choose. I chose the good one, but it gave you the worst piece of gear. Oh, the hatchery technically doesn't have... Oh, no, it does, yeah. The hatchery... Is the hatchery the one with that big fat thing that rolls around? Yeah, no, yeah. The hatchery is the one with the bugs. That one was a pain, but it wasn't too bad, because it was at least an interesting concept.
Your presence creates new, interesting possibilities.
Hey, bro.
I have many questions. Find my tower within the wastes beyond. Look for a glowing...
I think I've actually nearly got all of the piece of gear from this one. Because to get this weapon here, this pulse rifle, you had to do this Narude, and it needed to have 2 dungeons that had to spawn in the same playthrough to get 2 separate items, and it was a really difficult thing to spawn, but I got it eventually. Yeah, I usually don't stream games like this because I get sully. I'm trying to decide what I should stream while we're waiting for... I might stream a bit of Baldur's Gate, actually. Maybe. But I'm always conscious with very text-heavy games, they might get a little bit boring with me going through the dialogue, but we'll see. And I have actually paused playing The Long Dark. Just because they had this really major bug, apparently, that caused the... Like, people were having their inventories wiped. So I decided to stop, and I haven't actually jumped back into it. I think I stopped just before I went to France, and I haven't picked it back up since. What's the time? 11. Play past. One thing as well why I don't normally stream games like this is I just get salty. There's no other way to describe it. I get really frustrated. In a quite enjoyable... it's one of those enjoyably frustrated, but I get really angry. Like, for the last week and a half has been me just swearing at my computer. I'm moving in with my flatmate, JB. I hope they're prepared for that. Because I'm going to swear a lot. Ah, look at it. Look at that. It just looks so cool. Love it. And it's so fucking hard. This is the hardest one. But it's like, it's quite satisfyingly hard. La. Come on, turret. I'm very excited because I get level 10 and I get to get the Reaver. Ah, the ghost, actually, so basically, this, and I'm actually reminded me, so this, right, where is it? The status beam. So as those you don't know, you can like have a special attack which charges on each of your weapons. The status beam makes all of the elite enemies a walkthrough, including the ghosts, which if we see one, I fucking love. Because basically what it does is it freezes them. for like quite a while. They're freeze for like 10, like about 12 seconds. Where it builds up. And I will show you. The worst one for me is the big fat ones that you'll probably see, not in this area, it's in the next one. And you have to basically shoot the armor off them. They're like these big things that run towards you. And you have to shoot the armor off them to reveal like these little... They're like abominations, and you have to reveal these little explosive canisters. You have to shoot the explosive canisters off, and that reveals a weak spot you can attack. Oh yeah, they're very tough. Killed my little birdies, you fuckers. So yeah, like, now it's one of those things I can't not notice, but you may notice that the way they've done the difficulty in this compared to say something like Dark Souls is just loads of waves of enemies. Like that's how the difficulty works. And it's a shame that they haven't made it more like, because in Dark Souls the way it works, and Bloodborne and Elden Ring is and I think Ghost of Tsushima, not Ghost of Tsushima, Sekiro, which I haven't actually played, is that you'll have weak enemies, then you'll have like kind of more boss elite enemies that have like, you have to learn how to deal with them, and it's quite satisfying to learn how to deal with these different enemies. This one, it's just like, yep, we're gonna throw millions of things at you. I'm literally about to unlock really soon. I got a new summon. I think it's the big guys with the 2 swords, so I'm going to have like elite big chunky units, and I'm wondering if I can still summon 2 of them. Those things will murder you. Look. Oh, fuck me. Where is it? Got you, you little shit. Oh, Jesus. Ah, oh, look at that turret hitting at the weak spot. Oh, my boy, look at him. That is my son right there. Look at him go. Didn't even need a help out. I love turrets. Why aren't you fuckers that good? I'm gonna shoot you. You're not that good. Love it. I love that turret. Are we level 10 yet? Oh, okay, I'm gonna kill some things at level 10 because I want to see the thing. Love you, turret. Oh, you can actually pick the turret up as well. I never do this because my own guns are way better, but I always forget I can do this.
Here they come.
Catch is way more powerful than Rambo. Right. Let's see what dungeons I wanna. I bet it does need to have some more armor though. Ah! What just? Did I just try to hit something? Weird. Oh, that's my one. So close. So close to level 5. Level 10 rather. Oh! Oh, I won the trait point. Let's do footwork. This skill's me very good once it's maxed out, because then I can aim and move really fast. When I first rolled this, so basically, so for those who don't know, all of the levels are procedurally generated, so I guess that's why they can't do it in the same way as like Dark Souls and all that jazz. But it randomly generates the gear that you find. And I stupidly restarted the game, whereas I should have just reset my world, because my first guy found this amazing ring, which gives you like 25% more ammo, or like 20% more ammo, and it's so overpowered, and I miss it every day. Oh, none of those things. Fuck. God's sake, you just reload your guns. Whoa! I just got absolutely one-shot by that missile thing. Oopsie. Right, I'm just going to hit level 10 on my summoner so we can see the new summons. Because I'm so fucking close. Like, so close. I can try and get through one of the portals, though. Is there, let's pop into a dungeon, just in case. This has some of the best dungeons on it, because there are these creepy alien-infested labs and things. It's very cool. Come on, let's go this way. Also, there was a ring up there. I actually want to grab that. Because it might be something cool. Is it going to be the ammo ring that I've been trying to find for ages and missed immensely? Ammo ring. Ammo ring. Where is it? Oh, I think I've lost it. Ammo ring. Do you genuinely want that? Okay. I think I was near it. Oh, is it over here? Okay, fine. Oh, you can't go into that smoke or your character will just start vomiting blood. I will say, if you decide to... Yeah, it's very much like that kind of... like is it megalophobia kind of thing, where like everything's just terrifyingly large and you're this like minute insect in space. Yeah, it's very kind of, you know... Yeah, basically, it's like that. It's very otherworldly, which I quite liked. The only problem with this area is it is the hardest area by far. So, like, if you're playing a new character and you've not really played the game, or even if you have played the game, if you just do decide to pick this up, if you get Narude, just restart. Because it randomizes what you get, but Narude's just going to be way too hard.
Come and get some.
Like, I end up... And also I'm playing on Veteran, which makes it a lot harder. It was just... You just get one shot so easy. These things are horrible. Because what they'll do is they'll launch a load of missiles at you. And if those missiles hit you, you die. Oh, there's one to see. Hey, I got my things! Okay, I'll get that second. Ah, I'm so excited! Right, go away so I can make my fucking... I don't want to play with you guys. I want to make my new ones. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Okay. Oh, thanks, guys. Right, I have to wait for that Reaper to recharge. How exciting. Yeah, it is very Geiger meets Lovecraft, which I love it. I think it's fantastic. I also like the story of this one. The whole setting for this one is that this is like an alien race who basically destroyed their entire society trying to understand the secrets of the universe. It's very cool. And like the variation of enemies is really cool in this one, because you get these kind of drones, and then you get the small robots, but then also you get zombies, which are like the dead. I think they're called the Drazir, the aliens, and also there's like this insect infestation. It's very, very good. Oh, I already got that one. Sad face. Right, we're just gonna hang out and wait for the thing to rebuild. So yeah, anyway, this game is quite good. As you can see, it is quite frustrating. It's not as good as any of the Souls games. It's just, they've kind of like... The Souls games, when you lose, you feel like you lose because you weren't good enough, and it was definitely a skill issue. This one often feels a bit cheap. But I'm like right at the end, or like I've got one world left to do, so I need to finish it. I'll see if I can finish it next week or this week if I don't play Baldur's Gate all the time. I am gonna make a video for Fallout 76. Cool. So that'll be on the weekend. Just waiting for this. We're just gonna see this guy, but we're effectively ending the stream in a sec. And I'm gonna move. There might be. I'm gonna try and wrangle it so that when I move in, I'm going to get it so I can book the engineer for the internet the day I move in. But there might be a few days without internet. Which means that might affect things. Now, can I summon more? Because these are quite big, I think. Ah, so I can only summon one of these. He's a big angry boy. He's going to be terrible in this area. I think there's a... I'll go into this one. But I think he might be quite good inside. Oh, he's a big lad. I've got 4 PM. Well, unfortunately, Darth, I have a job. So I don't know. I mean, I could probably ask my boss if I can take the morning off to play, to finish Remnant. I think he's going to be useless for this episode. There he is. Oh, no. Oh, shit. No, he can throw his shit. He doesn't hit very hard. I think he's going to be really useful in the... Okay, alright. Alright, son. Alright, alright. Jesus Christ. Fine, I was wrong. You're really good. Still think you're going to be better. Oh, the ghost one. See, that's what I was trying to do earlier. Alright, man's just, he just slaughtered everything. Okay, yeah, alright. Oh yeah, hi Darth, by the way. Thanks for... Darth, you missed me getting really salty at one of the bosses. I was like getting really mad. Darth, because you've played, obviously Remnant 1. I think you did. Do you find like, because I think you've played the Souls games as well. Do you find that the bosses feel quite cheap half the time? Because I feel like they do. Like, they tend to rely more on throwing millions of things at you, rather than necessarily kind of being a clever fight. Some of them are, you know, mixed, but... Oh, bugs. Come on, buddy. Kill the bugs. To be honest, normally I'm quite chill, but, like, these kind of games do get me quite angry. Ah, look at him go. I do like the fact he's much quieter than the other ones, actually. He's quite a... You did get... Because you were fucking backseat driving, you piece of shit. David, maybe you should shoot the glowing things. Really? Maybe you should shoot the big guy. Wow. It's like standing behind someone they're driving and going, well, you should turn that way. I was like, well, that's because it's a one-way street. Sorry, it's fine. This is why I don't play games like that, because people always backseat drive. I get that sometimes it's hard to not doing it, but, you know, you get fucking slapped, mate. I'll find you. Well, you're 50 years old, nearly 50 years old, you won't make it to 50, mate. I think that was you, was that Croton? Someone was 50. Yeah, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it, you fucker. Was it you said, or was it Croton who said they were 50? Someone's 50. Oh, the hatchery. Let's do a little bit of the hatchery, because this is a good one. Come on, you big prick. Actually, I'm going to get rid of you because all your health has gone. Oh, he blows up. Oh, nice. I should probably check that, actually. Sacrifice dealing... Yeah, but I Souls is better. I still haven't finished Elden Ring, though. I'm still at, quite far into it. I need to sit down and finish it. Max 1. I wasn't even reading that. Right. Oh, God, it's going to take ages. Let's just rest up here. I need to finish out. I've got so many games to finish. I did enjoy last week, though. Right, we're just going to kill a few things, because I want to test this guy out, and then we'll stop. Because last week, I finished Remnant 1, and I also finished Moons of Madness, and it had been 2 games. Oh no. This specific world is very sci-fi. We were actually in what looked like a Bloodborne world earlier. So Darth, if you do get this, my recommendation: if you start on the world Narud, restart, re-roll the world, because this is my favourite world. It's really cool. Let's watch it go. Go on then, boy. Come on. Come on. How's he doing? Not impressed, to be honest, mate. That's actually not bad. If you start on this one, restart, because this is the hardest world by a long way. That's pretty cool. Right, let's stop that. That's all I wanted to see. I still prefer the flying ones, to be honest. Then we go back to the hub, and then we will we'll cool it. Oh. Yeah, when you have time. Yeah, definitely. It's, I'll remind you if you start playing it. I'll be just like restart, because when I started on the route, and it's just too hard. I guess unless you lower the difficulty, like a noob. But I'll never do that. Right, everyone. So yes, this was fun. Bit frustrating with the one boss. So basically, I'm moving hopefully next week. There might be a little bit of an upset in the content, but there shouldn't be, because I'm just going to try and see if I can do a video or something the day before, so you guys won't really notice any difference. I should have a different background. I am going to try in the next month or so, if I've got money, because I'm spending a lot of it on moving. I want to get a better camera, because when I did that vlog the other day, when I was like, guys, I'm taking the 2 weeks off, I realised how bad this camera is, because it's a 1080p camera. It's not good enough, and it bothers me a little bit. So cheers, thank you, Jennifer. And yeah, so expect to see all of this get a little bit better. Very, very excited for Baldur's Gate, actually, and Starfield. So yes, anyway, there'll be a video on the weekend, probably Friday the weekend, Fallout 76. And I'll try and squeeze another stream soon next week. So you're basically going to go back to getting 2 things from me, because effectively I'm kind of chill now. Like the move, unless they cancel our flat, the move is based. I'm only about an hour away, so I'm just gonna, and all of my stuff is nearly packed away. So anyway, I love you all. I'm gonna go to the loo. Actually, I need to pee. And yes, I'll speak to you soon. Take care.